Welcome back everyone to Venlo Zoo, our Dutch city zoo. Today's episode is going to be very special because of a lot of reasons I'll come to in a second. In the last episode, we made this wonderful Sumatran orangutan habitat and I'm super proud of it. And today's episode, we are going to look into a baboon hill, but more about that in a second because before we will go into instant gaming for a second. Because instant gaming, as you all know, is a platform where you can get game keys for a great discount. And no, it's no scam or anything. They are fully reliable, they have good customer support, and you can be assured that you will get the keys eventually in a quick time. And also this means that you can get your favorite games, your favorite DLCs, and if you don't know exactly what you want to have, you can still get the currencies of your favorite platform, just as like PlayStation or Xbox, for example. So make sure to click the link in the description and check out what is in store for you. Okay, full disclosure. Obviously, I don't have the Himadra's baboon in this game as of now, but I'm preparing obviously for the upcoming DLC. We still have no idea how that's gonna called, and we're going to talk about that DLC in a second. However, I want to dedicate this episode to a very special person, and that is Maggie Smith. Unfortunately, she passed away yesterday, and for those of you who don't know who Maggie Smith is, I think the most prominent role she ever played in was Professor McGonagall from the Harry Potter movies, but she's also been a very good actor in many other famous movies and series and stuff like that. I enjoyed most of her stuff. I got to know her via the Harry Potter movies, obviously, but after that I watched a lot of her older stuff, and she is a wonderful, wonderful actor, and not only because, you know, Harry Potter is special in a way, just because she has been a fantastic human being, it seems also. I mean, I don't know her, well, you know, in person, but I've actually watched a lot of interviews and stuff, and that was always very impressive, and she was full of talent, full of humor and the character, and I think, you know, I've talked about that quite often in the past, that I'm not maybe the biggest fan of the Harry Potter movies because of a couple of reasons, a couple of cast decisions, but if anything, the Minerva McGonagall role is almost made for her, for Maggie Smith, despite the fact she's a lot too old actually for the role itself, but that's something that the movies did anyways. They made all the teachers way too old. However, I couldn't have thought of a better, you know, a better person than her, and so I just wanted to quickly dedicate this to her, and therefore I'm going to play a little clip here just to make sure that we have the full dedication of this wonderful human being.
I will not have you in the course of a single evening besmirching that name by behaving like a babbling, bumbling band of baboons.
I do hope, though, that this is not going to be copyright claimed over here, and if so, well, that's it, I guess. So yeah, Minerva McGonagall in the form, or in the role that has been played by Maggie Smith. I'm very, very, very sad, but obviously 98 or 89 years old. Quite an astonishing age and career, and I rarely do this, but there are a couple of actors that have actually shaped, I think, a lot of the movie landscape, I guess, and for me personally, that just like not too many are so important that I want to do something special, but I thought this video is just a good fit, so here you go. Anyways, I think this is the moment where we have to talk about the upcoming DLC and free update of Planet Zoo. My god, I'm just gonna be confused forever now of those both games at the same time. And I think this is the perfect segue. While we are building this habitat, I'm gonna talk a bit more about the habitat in our real-time section. And by the way, I don't have the modded animals in. There are obviously Himadra's baboons in like on Nexus mods, but I don't wanna, you know, do this. I think it's not fair to Frontier doing that so shortly before the DLC and just kind of force a, I don't know, comparison. I don't want to do this, but like, you know, we can have that as an implied habitat already. I had already some mandrills in here as a test because I thought they may actually be the closest comparison to how animals would behave in here. But yeah, let's quickly talk about the DLC that is not further named. You know, people have been saying Highlands, but that just doesn't really work. And also, some of the things we saw in there doesn't really hint to Highlands. So maybe it's kind of a zoo favorite or whatever this is, or maybe they just came up with a completely celebration theme, anniversary theme. Who knows? Speaking of anniversary, we are going to get a free animal, which is going to be the African leopard, and well, it's not really that exciting. I mean, it's always nice to get a free animal, don't get me wrong, but it's basically the Aimer leopard in a reskin, I guess. But it's, you know, it's good to have a free one, and people were actually asking for that African leopard anyways. And you know, I'm kind of happy because the leopard has this wonderful chill pose on the logs and stuff. I really do hope that they have increased the values of them doing this, but yeah. You hear that already from my voice, and I have to contain myself a little because it actually my opinion on the DLC is kind of unfair, and I want to state that because we are over 5 years into the lifespan. Actually, we are, you know, we are actually getting the 5th year done now with the current anniversary, so that is a very long time for a game being actively supported. So, and either we are all not sure. Maybe this is the last DLC, maybe it's not, and. Well, if I were Frontier, to be honest, and you can see that the coming DLC definitely doesn't have the same quality as the previous DLCs had, and seeing that we have 2 animal packs after each other is clearly hinting at the point that there will be no, I don't know, like normal pack or like peace heavy pack, I don't know. We are getting a new enrichment item, as said. Which is kind of going to be exciting, but there is not really that much coming. However, I think the fact that they still have a team on this game, whether it's being super small or not, just the fact that they have one is very impressive to me, and it's also very very nice to see. It's not normal, and this is why my opinion on that is unfair. This is why I wanted to give you a context on that one, because I'm not super excited for it, but that's just because, like, I'm not too eager for those animals being shown. I know people are crazy for the Pallas cat. I'm kind of too. I like this one. And the baboons are also pretty nice. But the other 2 animals, forgot even how they were called. For me personally, they're not so exciting. Who knows what the other 4 animals will be? Maybe they get me excited a bit more. But as you know, I'm more of a player who wants to experiment with what we get. And if we would get new animals that have a new behavior and a completely new kind of set of animations and things, just like the bird mod, for example, brings in, I'm all over it. You know, I just love that. I love to experiment with that. I love to explore new themes. But if they are just like, let's say, the way it is, if they are 8 reskins of existing animals, and I know they are technically not reskins because even the baboon, the baboon will come with a lot of new animations for sure, and Frontier will, as always, do a great job on them. So again, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, no, they just don't. They just don't give me the ideas to do something completely different for them. You know, African animal, we have done a lot of African stuff already. So it's kind of the normal thing that I could even do with mandrills, for example. I haven't built for mandrills in a bajillion years. Like, I think it was still in the alpha days, or like the beta days of this game that I've built for the mandrills the last time. Oh no, that's not true. It was actually Yosemite, and I exactly said the same, I believe. So yeah, like, I have to see what's in there. Look, I am not going to complain at all, because the sheer fact that we're still getting new stuff is amazing, and people who love Jurassic World Evolution 2 know what I'm talking about. Just the fact getting something is already pretty great. Now, I want to be proven wrong, and I want to see that maybe this pack is going to be more exciting for me than I think it is. As I said, the Pallas cat we will 100% bring into Venlo Zoo over here. 1000% we will bring that in, because this is a very, very cool animal in so many ways. I love it. It's so grumpy. It's so kind of fluffy. It's fat. It's going to have an interesting behavior. So I'm very much looking forward to that one. So that's definitely a good one. And the baboon too, because we need more of those animals in the game. Like primates in general, I want to have. This is maybe the last little bit that I want to have a lot more in this game, like specifically climbing primates, because they are not really, I was told, I didn't even know that, because for me, I don't know, my brain is weird. I thought, okay, look, it's a primate, it's a baboon, it has to climb. But then people told me that's mostly ground-dwelling animal, which is kind of sad, but this is how the game anyways treats them. So I didn't really give them too many climbing opportunities over here. I gave them a couple things, but not too many. Apparently they can climb, but I don't really do it that much. So I wanted to pay tribute to that behavior already by not making the habitat too crazy in terms of huge climbing rigs or so. but that's the point. So yeah, if you're still listening to me till this point into the video, thank you so much. Or you skipped here. If in that case, I knew you would skip over here. I know it, okay? So do me a favor, if you really want to test out something, make sure to go to Instant Gaming. I haven't said that enough lately because there was so much going on in my life, as just, you know, the baby news and so on, and some other things I may talk about eventually. But that is definitely something I recommend because they have a lot of great deals. And if you still debate with yourself about a couple of DLCs that you don't own, make sure to check out because they have some really great values and you can now get them before the last animal pack, or presumably last animal pack, drops. So make sure to check that out and get that link in the description. That's the easiest way to get there. Anyhow, as promised, I will talk a bit more about this specific habitat in the real-time part in a couple of seconds. The last thing I wanted to get into the time-lapse is that I'm very, very thankful that you guys all kept being you and supported me on here. And don't worry, Planet Zoo will still stay on the channel. Not as much as before, obviously, but I will definitely give it a very warm love as much as I can. So now let's have a look how the habitat looks. And apparently this time around it's maybe a little bit more. Oops, wait, that's just and that was something selected. Oh my god, look at the vista from over here now. I've barely been here lately. This is where our desert house is, and look at the vista now with the aviary here in the back and everything. It's just really getting together. Now there is our wonderful habitat I was just talking about, and before we do anything else, let's go to our new members, because after the last episode, a lot of people joined again. So very thankful. For those of you who don't know, for every episode we will have the chance to have donators, and this happens if you just become member on my channel. The next episode of Venlo Zoo, you will become then a kind of a sign, dedication post, or anything in this park. And as you can see, I have a little tree over here with a face. Look, that little happy tree, just giving us access to the signs over here. So we've got to welcome Barry Wald, Alex Ewing, Firewolf88, Rodrigo Serrano, and Samantha Thelman. Again, I should say, you rejoined. Thank you for that one. So thanks for everyone who is still in here. Thanks for a lot of other ones. I wanted to give a quick shout out. There are so many people now being member for over a year, so thanks for those. I will do something special for the for those of you having an anniversary soon, and I still owe you something for the live stream. But as you've seen, I am streaming a bit more often now, at least once a month. But no, more often will be happening. So this is the habitat, by the way. There will be a couple of little things happening as soon as the animal is there. I kept a couple of things left open to see how the traversable area works and if I can deal with this, but I'm very proud of me to use that tree on top of here. I will need to fill in that gap. That's just kind of unrealistic. I wanted to have this really go down further because the way it is right now is not really the most realistic one. I like the fact having that building in the back. Yes, it is kind of a copy-paste from the entrance building, but I was like, you know, I can still do a couple of theming things around here as soon as it's done. This house will be used for something once they're in. And over here, I also wanted to make like a little bit of a terrace for the guests. This is why I made this look so good in comparison to the other things. And I wanted to have them grab something over here. We will have maybe an ice cream stand or so to the left-hand side. And then you've got this very cool vista here with the aviary, and see the birds already flying around. So there's a reason for you to go there. Eventually, there's a little restaurant. It's all coming together now, guys. It's coming together. Also, I will need to put some more security in here. Not sure how far they can jump to make sure that this is all better. Maybe like a low fence or so will be enough. But there are a couple of things I just want to see as soon as they're there. And as you all know, some of the hammocks, for example, this one, it's so sad that it doesn't work. I would love this to be an actual in-game hammock because I love it. If anything, for Planet Zoo 2, I also would love to have more things like that have actual physics. Like a hammock piece with actual physics that they can use would be funny as heck. That would be so cool. Also look at the camels in the back. There you go. There was a camel like snacking on that one. Like this one has actual physics. So this is why I'm like, you know, there is some subtle physics already in the game, which I really would love to see more often used. But other than that, I'm very happy about this habitat. Let's quickly jump out of this camera mode. And I wanted to do something specifically. There is a reason why the baboons are in here, because I thought that was fitting enough because we have some more African animals in this region anyways. I was quickly debating if I wanted to put that next here, but this is more like Asia. This is where we put the Sumatran orangutans last episode, as you can see over here. There are our beautiful friends. Woo! Jump, jump, jump. This is that habitat over here. And then if you look over here, this is where it goes. Honestly, this zoo is getting going really nicely. I can't wait to continue. It's so much fun building in a zoo, not gonna lie. It's really like the idea about the whole zoo just works, and there will be something more special soon. I received something from a certain sylph, so next week's episode will be very interesting, or the week after, depending on what I can get done in 1 week. But yeah, so this is interesting. This is really interesting. Look at that. Yeah, as for now, let me know in the comments down below, guys, what you think about this very habitat. Do you think it works? And if there's something specific I need to know about these animals, let me know in the comments. And we need to obviously think about what animals do we want to have in the game if this will be an 8-animal pack again. For me personally, there are not really that many I need, because I do know we are not getting birds and we are not getting full aquatic anyways. So for me personally, I think to make me really happy, I would love to see another primate in this one. Maybe something smaller and more climbing, you know. We have a bit of a lack of these type of little monkeys, you know. And then also I would really love to see a walrus. That would be amazing. And maybe another penguin. That would be cool. Again, I have no idea what the theme of this pack will be, but this would be very amazing, and I would love to see this. And yeah, that's that. Let me know in the comments down below what you want to see, and also what you want to see in this park, because I just want to have more input from you guys, what you would love to see in this city zoo, because now all that I had in mind is almost done, and we're now at a point where we can develop together. So let me know in the comments down below. I talk to you next one. Have a wonderful weekend, and goodbye.